Good day everyone. Today I am excited to talk to you about an essential aspect of NASA's space missions that you may not know about: simulators. As you may already know, NASA's space missions are among the most challenging and complex endeavors ever undertaken by humankind. To ensure the success of these missions, astronauts and engineers need to possess a range of specialized skills and knowledge. And one of the best ways to develop these skills is through the use of simulators. In this presentation, we will take a closer look at the role of simulators in NASA's space missions. We will explore some of the simulators used by NASA and see how they help train astronauts and engineers to face the unique challenges of spaceflight. So let's get started. Simulators are crucial components of space missions, providing safe and controlled environment for astronauts and engineers to practice complex tasks and prepare for challenges they will face in space. NASA has a long history of using simulators to train astronauts. Dating back to the early days of the space program in 1960s, over the years, NASA has developed a wide range of simulators to help astronauts and missions control personnel develop the skills and knowledge they need to successful space missions. In this presentation, we will take a closer look at some of the simulators that NASA uses, including the neutral Buoyancy laboratory, the multi-axis trainer, and spaceflight training aircraft. We will also discuss how these simulators help prepare astronauts for the unique challenges of spaceflight and why they are so important for successful of NASA's missions. So without further ado, let's dive in. In this section, we will take a closer look at some of the simulators that NASA uses to train astronauts and engineers. We will discuss how these simulators work, what skills they help to develop, and why they are important for space missions. Neutral Buoyancy Laboratory. The Neutral Buoyancy Laboratory is the massive pool used to simulate weightlessness. Astronauts can practice spacewalks and other tasks in controlled environment, while engineers can test equipment and procedures in a simulated weightless environment. The NBL is essential for developing and maintaining the skills and knowledge needed for successful spacewalks. Multi-axis trainer. The multi-axis trainer is a device that simulates the disorienting effects of tumbling in space. Astronauts can develop their ability to maintain spatial orientation and control their movements. The MAT was used extensively during Gemini and Apollo missions to prepare astronauts for the possibility of losing control in space. It is still relevant today for preparing astronauts for unexpected situations. Spaceflight training aircraft. The spaceflight training aircraft is modified jet used to simulate the feeling of weightlessness. Astronauts and engineers can develop their ability to work in a weightless environment. The STA also used to train pilots and missions control personnel for challenges of working in space. It is an important tool for developing the skills and knowledge needed for successful space missions. In-space manufacturing simulator. The in-space manufacturing simulator is a device used to test and develop techniques for manufacturing products in space. Engineers can test equipment and procedures for manufacturing in weightless environment. The simulator is an essential tool for developing the ability to manufacture goods in space, which is important long-duration space missions. It is paving the way for future space exploration and colonization. Deep Space Habitat Simulator. The Deep Space Habitat Simulator is a facility used to simulate long-duration space missions. Astronauts and engineers can practice living and working in confined and isolated environment. The simulator is an essential tool to developing the skills and knowledge needed for successful long-duration missions, such as missions to Mars. It is preparing astronauts and engineers for challenging of deep space exploration. Robotic Operations Center. The Robotic Operations Center is a facility used to train astronauts and engineers for robotic missions in space. Astronauts and engineers can practice controlling robotic systems and performing complex tasks. The center is an essential tool to developing these skills and knowledge needed for successful robotic missions, such as repairing and maintaining spacecraft and equipment. That concludes our overview of some of the simulators that NASA uses. NASA's space missions are some of the most complex and challenging endeavors ever undertaken by humankind. From spacewalks to robotic missions, each mission requires astronauts and engineers to possess a range of specialized skills and knowledge. These simulators simulate everything from weightlessness to disorienting motion, and from long-duration space mission to in-space manufacturing. NASA's simulators play a crucial role in preparing astronauts and engineers for the unique challenges of space missions. These simulators allow us to practice complex tasks in space and controlled environment, helping to develop the skills and knowledge needed for successful space missions. From the neutral Buoyancy laboratory to Robotic Operations Center, NASA has a range of simulators that simulate everything from weightlessness to in-space manufacturing. These simulators have been used extensively over the years and are constantly evolving to meet the needs of NASA's space missions. In conclusion, NASA simulators are essential tools for the success of space missions. They allow astronauts and engineers to develop the skills and knowledge needed to face the unique challenges of spaceflight, from the working in weightless environment to conducting complex tasks in a controlled environment. Over the years, NASA has developed a range of simulators, each designed to simulate a specific aspect of space flight. As we look ahead to future space exploration and colonization, simulators will continue to play a vital role in shaping the future of space exploration. They will help us to develop the skills and knowledge needed to explore the colonize new worlds and ultimately ensure the safety and success of future space missions. Thank you for your attention, and I hope this presentation has given you better understanding of the important role that simulators play in NASA's space missions.